Yeah, and there we go. That's stewed salmon along with a bit, and you know, the nice big chunky pieces of tomato. They will be nice and juicy. But anyhow, I go and tuck in. Yes, I hope all you behave all yourself. We're gonna start off with the ground provision, and I'm also adding some half-ripe plantain in here, which I'm gonna steam. And traditionally, how mommy would do this on a Good Friday morning is she would boil the ground provision. And I wish I had yam, because yam is my favorite ground provision. But it can be, in my case here, I'm using Edo's, and I'm putting and it's been peeled, and I'm putting the flat side down so there's a bigger surface in contact with the heat, along with some taro, which is very similar to the blue dasheen that we have, but the flavor is a little bit different, and of course the color. And because these will take longer to cook, I'm putting them on the bottom. Yeah, but I'm gonna run out of real estate, so I may have to adjust accordingly. So I like steaming it because it gives me greater control. Well, first of all, it retains all of that lovely flavor of each individual ground provision rather than being in boiling water. The second thing, it allows me to not be dependent on salt. I find that when I steam it, there's no need for me to add salt to this. So typically you'd boil it in salted water. So another piece of the taro and the Edos, if you want to put cassava, any sort of ground provision, green banana, all those things, green cooking banana, all of those things will work. And I've shown you this before. And what I did was I cut the plantain, so the plantain would have been together somehow or the other like that. But what I did was I put a cut down the side, so when it's done steaming, when it's fully cooked, all I'll need to do is peel it from there. Yeah, I've also got a couple pieces of sweet potato, and that is it. So all I'm going to do now is allow this to steam until everything is nice and tender. Just going to give everything a wash. I'm going to transfer the steamer over to the other burner, so I'll show you how we'll cook the sort of stewed canned salmon. And if you know, ladies and gentlemen, this is not about a recipe per se. This is about tradition. I grew up eating this Good Friday morning, whether it was, I wish I had the money or be able to afford, salmon. Fresh salmon here in Canada is expensive, very expensive. Ocean fish, very expensive. So I'm going for the more affordable route, which is a can of salmon. I'm going to go in with about a tablespoon of olive oil. And you can use any oil that you like, vegetable oil, canola oil, corn oil, coconut oil, whatever oil, grapeseed, it's totally up to you. What I didn't really explain earlier there when I showed you the step where I was steaming the ground provision, along with the maintaining the natural sweetness and flavor of the ground provision by steaming it. What I also wanted to mention is that controlling each one of those, so for example, yam versus dasheen versus cassava versus Caribbean cooking green fig, all those different things, they cook at different times. It takes some of them more time than the other, but in using the steamer, it allows me to allow that to go until everything is cooked perfectly without overcooking. Basically, it's going to hold its shape, and it gives me a better sort of finish. Try it, you'll see what I'm talking about. Half of a Scotch bonnet pepper. I've got a medium onion slice, some thyme, and 3 cloves of garlic. That olive oil is in there, and I'm just going to hit that in there. Yeah, and we're just going to soften that up. And to help it soften up, I'm going to go in with a bit of salt. Not too heavy on the salt, because as you all would have, if you have been following me for a while now, at least for the last year or so, year and a half at least, I've cut back on the amount of sodium in my diet. Along with that, I want some fresh ground black pepper in here, and I just want to soften this up a bit. In the meantime, go ahead and prep whatever sort of other ingredients you want to add in here. Now, the can of salmon is very small, and I want to have at least 2 or 3 meals out of this. This one here is 213 grams. So I'm going to add other stuff in here to give it a bit more body, and that is via a couple tomatoes, some cabbage, some scallion, and if you want to add some bell pepper in here, any of one of those things. Oh, and be creative as you want, yeah? After all, you're the one eating it. So I'm just going to sweat this down. My heat is on medium without trying to burn anything. So I'm going to drop the heat actually to medium low just to sweat this down just a little bit. Should have that lovely fragrance of that onion and garlic and thyme and everything else in your kitchen right now. If you wanted to add a teaspoon of Caribbean green seasoning, I would highly encourage it. Next up, I've got the tomato as well as the cabbage, and you don't want too much, and I'm going to use the whites of the scallion in here as well. Yeah, just want to make sure I incorporate everything nicely in here, and you want to make sure that the cabbage is kind of sitting in direct contact with the heat, so that's what's going to sort of quickly cook it. We're not trying to overcook it as well, right? We're just trying to soften it up and let it take on those flavors that we started with. In about a minute's time, we're going to create a hole in the center, and we're going to add the salmon, the tinned salmon liquid and everything. If you wanted to remove, there's a center bone in there, the vertebra of the salmon, you can remove that. It doesn't really bother me, but I recall my mom would remove that as well too. And introduce the salmon, so I'm just going to move everything over to the side, and I want all of that liquid and everything else in there, and I'm just going to break it up into chunks. You can be, you know, if you want to break it up into small pieces, you can. What I want also is some tomato ketchup in there, so just plain old tomato ketchup, and you want about a tablespoon and a quarter or so. And all I'm going to do is bring that up to temperature now and let that sort of do its thing in there. I may add a splash of water. I'll decide in a few minutes if I need that water or not. I ended up adding 3/4 cups of water, and all I'm doing is simmering this down just until everything is cooked. It won't take long, maybe about 4 minutes. And not only is it an economical, well, even the price of tinned salmon now is expensive, and that's a wild caught, whatever that means. Tinned salmon, but not only is it economical, it's very quick. The longest time, I mean, it's been about 30 minutes now since we started, because it needs about 30 minutes to steam the vegetable, the ground provision. But cheap, quick. I will put the asterisk again. Ground provisions in Canada, yeah, it can be pricey. You know, if I were to buy yam, it'd probably be about $5-6 a pound. Sweet potato, another $2-3 a pound. The plantain was probably $1 or something like that. But it adds up, you know. But the point is, I'm still keeping with tradition, somewhat, to what Mommy would cook for us on Good Friday in the Caribbean, in Trinidad and Tobago. Just before I turn off my stove, I want to go in with some scallion. Yeah. And just a tiny bit of lime juice, not too much, just to take away that sort of fishiness from everything. And that is it. You'll turn off the heat, you'll give this thing a stir, and I'll quickly show you all now. Yeah, and that cabbage will continue cooking in the residual heat here, so I'm not too worried about that. But I'll quickly show you the steamed ground provision and how you would check to make sure that it's fully ready. So if you would excuse my hand reaching over, I'm just going to switch that over there. Bring this guy here. We're going to pop this open, and voila. And this is what I meant about putting the cuts. Let me change the angle on the camera a bit. About making the cuts in the plantain. See, it'll be easy to peel back right where we made that cut, and I'm just going to show you how quickly, how easily, once it's cool to the touch. So we've got the sweet potato, the eddos, and the taro or dasheen, and you'll just take a paring knife, and hopefully you guys can see that there. No resistance whatsoever. Yeah, look at that. What you're getting provision, and I'll risk burning my hand now, and I'll show you the bottom. See, same thing down there, without compromising the texture. Fully cooked without compromising the texture of it all. And it's the same thing with the sweet potato. They would cook really quickly. But we've got the sweet potato, the eddos, the plantain, and that plantain will have a lovely sweetness to it as well, boy. Chris here, CaribbeanPod.com. Always a pleasure having you all in the kitchen with me. I've got the recipe printable over at CaribbeanPod.com. Just search stewed tinned salmon and you will get that there. I am going to go tuck in